Some things are going to change and they're all going to be positive changes. You might have noticed some of them recently when I've been experimenting with things like thumbnails and titles, especially the video before this one. It was uploaded very late on the last day of August. We did a good old try not to react or get age restricted challenge video ourselves, but it involves some of y'all. So if you haven't seen it because of how awkward the timing was when it was uploaded, you can go back and watch that. But that's an example of something I'm just going to be experimenting with for a couple of videos just to see what happens, if you will. But why I'm making this video is because we are finally going into my last semester for college ever. So that's going to be kind of nice. And I know as of the 1st of September, I did promise I was going to be back around at least a bit more often than I have been. And I don't really plan on changing that. However, if for some reason I am still gone, it's because I was presented with the opportunity to like accelerate, meaning that I could graduate a lot sooner than the end of the semester. So I'm just dumping a lot of work into doing that. But as you can see in this video with you maybe can't see it all that well. There's bags under my eyes. Maybe I deserve a little bit of a break. I also promised some people we'd be playing some things finally when September came around, and I don't want this to change and then be like, okay, well, we were gonna play that, but I think you should, try and graduate as fast as possible and that can wait. That's not what this is about. So I'm not saying that that's gonna happen. But what I am saying is that would be kind of nice to finally get this over with. My Christmas gift to myself is my own graduation, if you will. That will be fun. However, there are some other things in the channel that's going to be not changing, but finally be made good on in terms of like a promise and whatnot. The first of those is finally when I did the charity stream and Table was doing the charity stream, I said I would do, I think it was like 2 lines. It's kind of like blabbermouth, but you would send me the 2 lines wherever, whether you DM them or just send them on Twitter, wherever. I would store them up. I'd record them when I had like the decent good audio and then make a video that was just those audio clips. And I haven't done it yet because it got hot. I was gonna do it back in June. Heat wave hit. It kind of still is a thing even right now, but it's gonna get cooler come September. Even by Labor Day, the 5th, it's gonna start cooling off. So around this month, I should be able to find a time to go and record those because I like using either my car or either my closet even when I get things all closed up, but it's really hot right now, so that's not a good idea. But what I am saying is, if whatever medium you want to send those lines, I think I'm going to increase it to 3 per person just because I made you guys wait this long. But we're going to start working on getting that done so I can get that video up maybe in like October, because you guys are going to say cursed stuff anyways, most likely. So that's a good cursed month to do it. Why not? Finally, though, it's going to happen. It should be cold enough for me to actually do that. So there we go. On top of that, there's some other things that are finally going to be coming full circle that we're going to start on this month, which will also be fun. But also more backlog stuff will be coming out that hasn't come out in months at this point. That should have came out a lot sooner, but the last 2 months especially were very busy. So the 76 video didn't come out till like July, even though we did that in like mid-April. So in case some people have been wondering, hey, I'm kind of sure you recorded that, where is X thing? That most likely is where it is. Like for example, when the no build mode in Fortnite came out, me, Graphic, Lucy, and Tanks squatted up and we actually played that and we won the first 3 games. And I don't care if it was bots or if it was real people, a W is a W, I'll take it. I didn't actually record that and I kind of regret not recording that because there was actually some funny moments, like when we drove into a gas station, blew up, didn't die, and we ended up winning that one. I wish I would have actually. There's more times I wish I would record things, and that was one of those. The 4 of us doing that. That was fun. And then we haven't actually squatted up since, even though we crushed it. So, unfortunate. But like, there's some other moments though that I did in fact record, and they are coming. And finally I get the time to actually edit them, especially, and give them time and attention. Like some TTT videos. TTT is still back in mid-May. It needs to catch up. But yes, this is what this video is kind of about. It'll be an interesting September for a couple of reasons. Like I said, there's some promises to make and some opportunities to grab on, which is what I'm going to end the video on. It's going to be a bit of a shorter video, but opportunities, right? Let me put it this way. When I went into this year, there's a couple things that have happened that you couldn't have paid me to predict to happen. I would have said there was a 0% chance that they would have happened. Some of those things are not limited, but including Digi played Fortnite. He didn't play the Battle Royale mode, sure, but he still played Fortnite. I would have bet money that would have never happened. Z-Box, even more recently, I noticed he mentioned he played For Honor again, and it wasn't as bad as he thought it was going to be. Couldn't have paid me to do that. Lucy played League of Legends, which you definitely couldn't have paid me to predict that, and also she spent money on it too. So like if there's anything 2020 has taught me so far, I'm just gonna use short examples to keep it moving here. 2022 is a year of impossibilities apparently happening. Things that have a 0% chance of happening, apparently happening. And where I'm going with this is you. Like the beginning of the year, I kind of started with this whole, don't be afraid to go outside of your box kind of an idea. I'm not saying you had to, but I am saying like, maybe it could be fun to work towards doing something, a goal or something, to ring in the new year and stick with throughout the year. Now what it is like, hey, especially if that opportunity, it doesn't have to be outside of your comfort zone. But what I'm saying is if there's an opportunity that has happened or that might be happening and you're like, there's a 0 shot that I can even get that or obtain that or do that, maybe what the year is trying to teach all of us is that's not exactly true. Maybe you do in fact deserve to get to pursue that thing or do that thing or complete that thing even, or whatever. Like maybe the situation that has now transpired is in fact that yes, those things never have a 0% chance. You might have to work for them a bit. It's like YouTube, when YouTube like takes off for like the big creators. It's a dream job, but it's still a dream job, you know what I mean? So there's certain things you might have to work at. Maybe you gotta, work a bit harder than even you feel you should, which is maybe unfortunate depending on the medium, but it's not impossible for you to obtain. And what I'm telling you in this video is to go get it. It's not really like an order though. It's like as a friend kind of pushing you in a supportive way, saying like, yeah, maybe you do deserve to get that thing. Maybe you do deserve to yourself to be able to go after that thing and get that thing and succeed in that thing that maybe you thought was unobtainable because you've just gotten too old. Like maybe life, you had it planned out, by this age you do this and by this age you do this and look where you are now. It's like, yeah, sometimes that happens and it does suck. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying you can't be upset. I'm not saying you can't be down by it. But maybe that doesn't mean it's over yet. Because the analogy I'm going to end the video on is mountain peaks, right? People think they peak sometimes in high school, and maybe high school was a peak of your life, but life tends to be a whole entire range of mountains when it's all said and done. So that's just one mountain out of several mountains. So if you're in the category where you're like, I have this and I feel like I should be better than I am, that doesn't mean it's over though, because maybe like going out of high school, like for me, I know going out of high school, I had a scholarship and everything. I felt really good about life. I don't anymore, but that doesn't mean it's over, right? That doesn't mean you can't peak again and again and again. Like a marathon, if you've ever ran even like I ran a 12K once, not to brag, but there were moments in the 12K where you slow down. You're a little bit winded, gotta catch your breath. And then there's some moments where you got a stride going and it picks up. That's sometimes how life is for a lot of people. So sometimes you're in the moment right now where maybe you're a bit winded and you're catching your breath. Does not mean you can't get to that point where you hit a stride once again. It's definitely not over, especially because like so many of y'all are still in your 20s. Some of you are like right behind me too in the 20s, and some of you that are ahead of me are only like barely ahead of me in the 30s. There's plenty of life left to live. You're fine. So I'm not saying again that you can't be disappointed by things, but I am saying is if things that had a 0% chance of happening this year have happened, then go chase some things. Go say why not. Pick a scenario, any scenario you want, insert it in, and then at the end say why not. It has to happen to somebody anyways. Why not you? So I'm gonna end the video by saying thank you so much for watching this video. I need to go to sleep. You can see I look pretty ugly in this video. I don't like how I look in this video. I should have just made an audio recording, but I haven't done a face recording in a while. Why not? So you don't have to worry about like, commenting, subscribing. Again, the last video dropped super late, so go watch that one too if you haven't already. It's got a bunch of y'all in it, VR chat stuff. I don't know which video will be next. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So until next time, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching.